Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. I am filming this all in one segment. So, of course, welcome back, number one. And then number two, of course, I'm going to have on the same thing that I had on in the last video. Y'all know me. I just do, let me just knock a few out in one setting. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here to talk about my day-to-day. Today is Saturday, December 6th, 2025. And I went to a brunch, and it was a home, like a celebration of life brunch, which is very cool. This is the first time I've ever been to a celebration of life brunch for someone who has passed away. And I think that that is something that a lot of people should start doing. 10 out of 10, I highly recommend. I just think it is such a beautiful thing. Like, people never really look at things from different lenses and different perspectives. And it may sound weird to some, but it was so needed. I feel so much more at peace now. I can't even explain what the brunch did to me. I didn't even realize that it made that much of an impact or influence on me or to me. But it did. So for those of you who don't know, some may know, some may not. But just to give a backstory, so this year, 2025, earlier in the summertime, I lost a cousin. He was a cousin by way of marriage. My first cousin married his mom, and so he became a cousin. But again, I've mentioned before, we've known this child since he was 3 years old. We literally had him at my parents' house until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Y'all, we was trying to get this boy in a commercial. We was like, somebody gonna be a superstar, got during it. So we was filming this commercial. It was a Heinz ketchup, and he didn't win it because he ended up using the slogan, which we didn't know. He was using the slogan from Campbell's, and so he got disqualified. But y'all, we were up at 3, 4 in the morning, like I said, with this boy trying to get this darn commercial done and all kind of stuff. That's how long we have known this young man, almost all his life. And so anyways, we lost him earlier this summer. Tragically and unexpectedly. And then I think like a couple of weeks after we lost him, then we lost my other cousin, my actual blood cousin from my dad's side. It was my dad's brother, so my uncle's only son, only child, right? So we lost him. And then before either of them, we lost my oldest cousin, my first cousin on my mom's side, who I used to live in the same apartment complex as him. Not the same apartment unit, but the same complex. And I only moved over there because he lived there, and I know he was going to have my back like chiropractic, okay? So it gave me a sense of calmness and peace and safety. So I moved to that complex, because of my first cousin. So anyways, we had just been dealing with a lot of deaths all the way up until recently. But the one who died first this summer of 2025, we celebrated his life. And I mentioned my oldest cousin, the one who I lived in the same apartment complex with. He was actually the stepfather of the young man that we lost this summer. So yeah. So we actually celebrated his life today, the young gentleman that my cousin raised, the young man that we knew since he was 3 years old. So we celebrated his life today, December 6th of 2025. And then, how ironic is this, you guys? My cousin, who was his stepdad, that passed away, right? His birthday is tomorrow, December 7th, 2025. So it was really kind of a 2-in-1 because his mom had pictures of both of them when we went to the brunch. Pictures of them together that they took together. So it's very, very, very crazy when you really just think about it. Oh, wow. But the way she had it laid out was so beautiful. She had the balloons there. And on the balloons, they were able to put like the angel wings and stuff. And then she said, it said, "We love you." She had them customized, the balloons. So it was very nice. And then she had the picture frames and the pictures it was 2-3 tables full of people. First of all, let's start there. Talk about the support, okay, and how to honor somebody and have their legacy and memory live on. Let's start there. I mean, you had teachers there, friends from all over there, her friends, his mom's friends, us, family there. Come on now. They did that. We did that today. Talk about show up, pull up. That's what I'm talking about. Let the love be real. We want real love. And we know we have real love when we see who pull up and who don't. Okay? So, I mean, it was just magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And man, I miss them. I miss them so much. I'm going to miss them until we meet again. But that brunch was so special. And I started not to go at first just because of my own healing process that I'm still going through. It's way more to the story than I would probably ever share on here as to why I was almost not about to go. But I am so glad that my final decision was to go. Like I said, it was very therapeutic. It was very healing. It was I was able to get some closure and peace that I needed. But man, oh man, do I miss my oldest cousin, who was this young man's stepdad. I miss him so much. I miss him so much. From him popping up at my house, sitting on the couch, talking for hours about all the other people in our family that we lost and the stories that he would share with me that I wasn't around for. I wasn't born to know them. I wasn't around at the time. So he would just share stories about my grandparents and how they were, because all of my family, all of my cousins, they grew up, and my oldest brother pretty much grew up in Miami, Florida. I didn't get to experience that. Like, we would go there in the summer times and stuff when I got a little bit older, probably like third grade, fourth grade and stuff. It's when I start to really be able to get a feel of, Miami and my family there and life there. Man, we got into some crazy stuff in Miami. When I tell y'all, I have stories for days. Just to give y'all a quick key real quick. And not talk about anything sad and stuff like that, because even myself, I'm trying to get in the habit to where I'm just reminiscing on great memories to really pull myself up out of any type of funk whenever I'm having a day or whatever. So I'm just gravitating to good things and good memories and laughter. But y'all, we was in Miami one time, and my cousins who were living in Miami, they were still in school. So our breaks was always different from their breaks. We're in two completely different states, right? So you're talking about Florida versus Texas. So we would go down there. We would be out of school. They would be in school. My auntie would have to go get them from school. They used to love when we got ready to come to Florida, because they know that they get out of school early. They get this, like all kind of stuff about to happen. It's about to be lit. It's about to be turned, right? And so my cousins, this day, they had to go back to school. I think school was starting back up for them. So they got out on break and then ended up having to go back to school before we went back home to Texas, came back home here to Texas. And y'all, when they was at school, I don't know what we called ourselves doing, but it was me, my two brothers, and I don't know who else. I feel like it was some other people from Miami that was with us, some of my cousins' friends that were with us, and we trespassed on this golf course, you guys. We trespassed on this golf course. And the little man on the golf cart, he started chasing us. And I was so scared because my brother was running. He was booking it like he was running from 12. My oldest brother, they running, bro. Y'all, they was running so motherfucking fast, dog. They was running, talking about, we gonna go to jail if we get caught. We gonna go to jail. And here I am, I'm stuck. Me and the man on the golf cart, we having a tussle. He turning his golf cart the same way I'm going. I'm trying to go the opposite way. Then one time I was able to kind of juke him, and then I was able to... Then I was able to break free, y'all, but I ain't break free for too long. That man caught me, and I was so scared. My brothers had them hop the fence. Y'all, they left me. They hopped the fence, but they ain't leave me in that sense. They hopped the fence, and they was like, come on, you got him, go. And I couldn't hop the fence, so I got caught. But y'all, so my cousin would just tell me all these other stories before I was able to be up in age to experience Miami for myself, y'all. And the man on the golf cart told me something, you and your brothers could go to jail. And I was like, not jail. I was crying. Y'all, I swear, my oldest brother, he tell the story the best. Like, when I say he gonna have you on the flow, when he tell the story of how it happened, y'all, that boy, he be having everybody on the floor when he tell that story. And I'll be ashamed every single time because it's so embarrassing. That man said, I'm gonna take you and your brother, y'all can go to jail. And he started putting my brother's hands behind their back. I was just crying. I said, no, don't take him, kid, I promise. Look at him. He ready to play, y'all. He said, I've been abandoning him for this camera. Okay. He got his own toy. His own in his own little world. But yeah, so anyways, before I was able to experience that for myself, I wasn't around for all the other stuff that my big cousin was there for. So he would just come and sit on my couch, you guys, and just go over all the stories and tell me how my granddaddy used to cut up and how somebody came over there. Because you know my mom, they grew up, it's 8 of them, and my mom is the youngest of them all, but she has 4 sisters, and then she's the girl, and then 3 brothers. And so a guy came over there looking for one of my aunties, y'all, because my auntie, she was off the chain, okay? I got one auntie, she was off the chain, but I love us. I love all my aunties and my uncles, okay? Y'all know how the mama side of the family is, okay? I love them down, okay? But child, yeah, my auntie used to be in them streets. Somebody came looking for her, not for something good. And they said, my cousin said my granddaddy went in his closet, ching, got that shotgun, came out there and had that man in zigzags firing in the middle of the street in Miami, Florida. Pounds on that man was zigzagging his little weight like I was doing with the man on the golf cart. Y'all, he was just zigzagging his little body. But he would just sit on the couch with me, y'all, and just tell me all kind of stories. And I just be like, shut up. I used to be cracking up, bro. So I miss that boy so much. I mean, he used to pop over there. He used to pop up with food because he knew when my best friend passed away or whatever, he was there through it all. He used to pop up with food from the turkey leg hut. Man, miss that place. It's no longer in business. It's just crazy. Like the world has just shifted so much all the time, every day. I can't even keep up anymore. But he used to bring me food from the turkey leg hut because at that time that was our joint. That was our spot, okay? But I wasn't really getting out the house. I wasn't doing much, so he would always be at my place, bringing me something or trying to get me out the house. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. Just being inside a couch potato. But he would come and spend time with me. So I miss him so much. I also have a story about him after he passed away. And that's how I know, like, bro, the spirit never dies. The spirit never dies. Like, they're no longer here in the physical, but they are always here. But the brunch, I'm just grateful. I do recommend, like, we should do that more. We should cherish that more and make that a norm to where it's not weird when people talk about it. Because that was just the most beautiful thing ever. And I'm not big on recording. I've never been big on recording, which I kind of regret. And I'm trying to get out of not recording, the most important things that occur in my life, because my best friend that passed away, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have gotten all the videos she had. I wish I would have had all this stuff. And now her brother has her phone and I have no videos. Like, of course I have the ones that I have, and even those came from her. Like, she sent all of us the videos on our way to the airport as we were preparing to head back to the United States, leaving Jamaica. And so I'm like, dang, I ain't got nothing. And if she didn't send these when she sent them, I wouldn't even have these, because I'm just a live in the moment and enjoy the moment type of person and not record everything. There was a point of time where I did record and stuff, and I would record like my brunch and videos and stuff of that. But I've even kind of dwindled down on doing that because I'm like, why? I'm here. I'm experiencing it. I know what it feels like. I know what it looks like in real time, in real life. It's nothing that I need to put on for show for the masses or social media or anything like that. So why record, right? But sometimes I do wish that I recorded certain things, certain moments in time. But I'm not going to be hard on myself about it. It happens. It's a part of life. But now I know, and I have to get better at doing that. But yeah, so it's just like, man, it was such a good day. And I left there and I went to go study at Barnes & Noble, as I mentioned in the last video. And yeah, it was just very, very cool. But yeah, I just came on here to share that. So yeah, if anybody has been looking for any type of idea as to how they could cherish and honor their loved ones who may have crossed over and are now deceased, that's an idea. That's a suggestion. I can't make you do it. I can take you to the well, but I can't make you drink the water, like my daddy always used to say back in the day when we were younger or whatever. But yeah, so think about that instead of, because everybody do a balloon release, but I've never seen anybody do a full-fledged brunch and have pictures and frames and just laid out and balloons and stuff like that. Honoring, recognizing, and acknowledging some of his favorite moments. So I just thought that was so dope. Like, that warmed my heart, and it definitely brought me a peace that I really can't explain. And I'm so much more, I feel so much better from going. Like, it's just, I'm happy I went. But yeah, it was so cool, you guys. I wish I would have taken pictures and recorded and stuff, but I just wanted to, again, be there, be present, and enjoy that time and really feel out the atmosphere, the environment, and the people, because I didn't know everybody that was there. But yeah, so it was so dope, so dope. 10 out of 10. And his mom is not done celebrating them. She's going to do something at a comedy club tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to that. You know, I put on my big girl panties to go to this brunch today, and I am very grateful and thankful that I went and proud of myself for going. But I don't know about the comedy club. Again, personal reasons, still healing through some things. But there's always stories behind stories. Okay. But only those who know. And it's just like, it's a family thing. But yeah, everything doesn't need to be posted, you know, or talked about on here. And if it ever does, it'll be the right timing, and God would have okayed me to talk about it. But yeah, just wanted to share that. And good day, you guys. Good day. But okay, you guys, enough of my ranting. Just thought I'd share. Bye. See, he's so spoiled. Bye, y'all.